Hey, so trying to hit the 2-week mark. I've been about 6 months on T now. In the beginning, when I made the first videos, I was sometimes wearing like makeup to kind of make my eyebrows look thicker, subtle stuff. But I've always done these videos without because I wanted to have a genuine comparison. So this is me at about 6 months. Pretty happy with progress. I know my hair's a mess. This time, this is actually what I woke up like. So not too bad. Kind of scruffy, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't like that. I don't have anything momentous politically or whatever to talk about today. Instead, this video I wanted to dedicate to giving some background and also some props to something I'm a fan of. This is going to be kind of a two-part video for the song part. I want to do something a little special today. So, about probably 4 or 5 years ago at this point, online I discovered a band called Steam-Powered Giraffe. I highly recommend them. They are self-published, self-promoted, so you can find their stuff on YouTube very easily. They don't have like a record label or anything. They put out all of their stuff themselves. And when I became a fan of the group, actually within about a month or so of my becoming a fan of the group, they actually lost one of their original members. He decided to split with them, so that was a little bit of a tumultuous time. But when I discovered the band, it was John Sprague, who was known as the John, who then departed the band, and they had somebody else that had been a member of the band join, and David Michael Bennett and his brother, who went by Bunny Bennett. And those two were identical twins. Their group, if you haven't seen their stuff, is a little hard to describe. They came from a background of mime, which sounds a little weird for a music group, but then they merged the mime and the performance with music, and thank God they did, because they have amazing voices. So rather than simply singing their music, they actually perform as robot characters. They have full face paint, they have costumes, and they do these amazing robotic movements that I can't really do. So they have this awesome performance, and they have characters, roles that they take on as these robots. When I first found the group, there was the John, then they went to Hatchworth, and now they have actually somebody else who's known as Zero for their robot character. But the twins, who founded the band, Bunny Bennett had a robot character named Rabbit, and David Michael Bennett had a robot character called the Spine. And right away, the Spine was my favorite, hands down. And thinking about it, he exemplifies a lot of very traditional masculine qualities. He's very tall, and he has a very deep voice. I don't think the singer is a genuine bass. He's got an amazing range. He does a lot of higher end stuff that I can't possibly copy. Have never been able to copy, even before T, when I had a traditionally feminine voice. But he does frequently act as a bass man for the group. But a very deep voice and being very tall, these are very traditionally masculine qualities that I've always been very clued into. So I zeroed in on him. He was definitely my favorite. And he's very much presented as the straight man of the band. There's a lot of comedy in the act, but he's kind of the straight man. Which is not to say that he doesn't make jokes, but he's a little clueless sometimes, and sometimes presented as the most mature, although that's debatable. So just a very masculine kind of figure. So I got very clued into his character. And I was into the band, and and following their stuff, and because they are self-published and self-promoted, they're more accessible than a traditional band would be. And they converse with their fans a lot more closely. And that is how Bunny Bennett then began talking about that she was actually transgender and working to transition to being more physiologically female, and they then transitioned her character Rabbit in the band to female. I think they may have lost some fans over that, which is sad. But Bunny was very public about the transition, about her feelings about being trans, about how she felt, how it felt to be trans, why she wanted to transition, and why this was an important thing to publicly, physically transition, not to just live her life in the closet. And a lot of fans began to talk, and I was seeing these conversations playing out online, and it turns out they have a number of fans that are young, mostly transgender people. And they talked about their journeys, about discovering that they were trans, about pursuing the lifestyle changes to live as themselves. And I had heard of trans people before in passing. I knew that they existed. I did not know how that worked. I had dismissed that as something that was out of reach, that was inaccessible. And a part of my brain had always thought, you know, oh, well, that would be cool if that was an option, but that's not an option. So I didn't even look at that. But this was unexpected and very organic in the way that I heard about it. And the more I heard people talk, the more I went, oh my God, that's me. I'm coming at it from a different direction than Bunny Bennett is. Bunny Bennett is male to female transgender, and I'm female to male. But there's not a lot of difference there. I mean, transgender is transgender, and it's having to live in a body that feels wrong, that feels like it's not yours. So I would like to dedicate this video to Isabella Bunny Bennett. Thank you. Your public exploration of who you are is what helped me to see who I am. And without that, I don't know where I would be today. So that's very important to me. I wish that I could sing the way that you guys can sing. I'm not a true musician. I really like music, but I don't have the training. My vocal range has been shifting. It feels like it's been dropping again. The past few weeks, sometimes when I open my mouth, I don't know what pitch is going to come out. So that's interesting. However, I seem to have gotten some of my upper range back, which is good. That means that loss was not necessarily a permanent thing, where I was having cracking when I tried to sing higher. Currently, my voice is at a place where I am capable of, at least not too terribly, singing some of Steam Powered Giraffe's music. So I wanted to give that a go today. And I do not have a rabbit costume. The makeup is awesome for Rabbit, but it's very complicated. The Spine's makeup is a little simpler. And a few years back, back the October, the Halloween, around when I was figuring all of this out, I actually put together a costume for Halloween of the Spine. So I still have all the stuff to do that. The song that I want to sing is Honeybee, which is very much Rabbit's song. But I'll be doing it dressed as a Spine, so that's a weird contrast. Yeah, so I'm going to break on this video and go shave and put on my makeup because I need to shave to put on face paint. I actually need to shave about now anyways for work because I'm getting to the point where it looks a little scruffy, unprofessional. But thank you everyone for watching, and if you ever see this, thank you, Bunny. It's very courageous for you to be so public with your journey, and I just want you to know how many people that has helped. So I really appreciate that, and thank you, and I'll be making another video in a few weeks. Hello, I'm not the Spine, and I can't really do the voice. This song belongs to Rabbit, not the Spine, but this is the costume I have. Rabbit's makeup is a lot more complicated. This takes a couple of hours to get it good, and I've actually done better than this. The coverage isn't quite right this time. But this is an older version of the Spine's costume that I made for Halloween a few years back. Fortunately, it still fits. The gloves alone take a while to paint. But the makeup is Mehron, M-E-H-R-O-N. You can find it online. It's not the cheapest stuff, but it's one of the few makeups I've found that doesn't make me break out, so there's something to be said for high-quality stage makeup. I also can't quite do the movements that they do. They're very good at the robotic, very smooth until there's a sudden stop and start. They've been doing it for years, and they're very... It looks like it's almost instinctual for them at this point when they're on stage. I can't do that, but I'll do my best. Here goes. Didn't have to look my way. Your eyes still haunt me till this day, but you did. Yes, you did. You didn't have to say my name. Ignite my circuits, start a flame, but you did. Oh, turpentine, erase me whole, 'cause I don't want to live my life alone, and I've been waiting for you all my life. Set me free, my honey bee. Honey bee. Didn't have to smile at me. Your grin's the sweetest that I've ever seen, but you did. Yes, you did. You didn't have to offer your hand. Since I kissed it, I am at your command, but you did. Oh, turpentine, erase me whole, 'cause I don't want to live my life alone, and I've been waiting for you all my life. Why set me free, my honey bee? Honey bee. Hello, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know. I let myself go. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy, but what do I know? I let myself go. Hello, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you, that I'll never know. Hello, goodbye, I'm rather crazy, and I never thought I was crazy. Hello, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you. Hello, goodbye, 'twas nice to know you. How I find myself without you.